In this lecture, we're going to be focused on what do you mean by the carbon footprints. In this course, more in detail, we're going to be talk about the carbon footprints, their effect, how to reduce the carbon footprint, and how to calculate the carbon footprint also. Basically, the carbon footprint is the fundamental concept. It is appearing in a system when day-to-day activity, what human being is doing, and how this producing the carbon dioxide for each human being. When we want to quantify such kind of an system or such kind of an activity, then we can express these terms in the form of carbon footprints. In carbon footprint, it is called basically the CO2, what kind of an carbon dioxide has been emitted, and what are other greenhouse gases are there basically. Their CO2 equivalent has been calculated, and CO2 equivalent and the CO2 which has been produced, which is expressed in the single unit itself, that is of carbon dioxide. And this kind of a overall parameter is called as a carbon footprints. According to the World Health Organization, a carbon footprint is a measure of impact of your activity have on the amount of carbon dioxide produced. So basically, what kind of an day-to-day activity are actually been impacting for production of an carbon dioxide through burning of an various fossil fuels, and it is expressed as a weight of CO2 emissions produced in the tons formation basically. Our day-to-day activities that whatever the water purification that we are doing is production of an water emission, different kind of emission which have been happening by the human being, electricity consumption, transportation what we are utilizing, various kind of an other activity we are using, waste what we are producing, recycling of that, various kind of the gases that we are utilizing, LPG and other kind of an CNG gases, personal activity, what kind of an fuel that we are utilizing, every day-to-day activity, what kind of an activity that we are doing it is having the potential to produce the carbon dioxide into system basically. And this kind of a minute to minute system has been measured in the form of an carbon dioxide emission. It is called as a carbon footprint of that particular human being. We can calculate the footprint of an organization also. We can calculate footprint for industry also, or single human being also we can calculate. The carbon footprint represents the total volume of greenhouse gases resulting from the everyday economic and the human activity. An effort is made to measure and reduce the environmental impact through the carbon footprints. And that is why we are actually been calculating this carbon footprint. Once we know how much amount of the carbon dioxide and equivalent greenhouse gases what we are producing, thereafter we can have a future plan to how to reduce this particular thing so that the greenhouse effect or the global warming effect will going to be reduced in the future perspective.